I'm sorry to say that I don't actually conduct research with dogs. Instead, I research teenagers who are much less cute. I'm investigating the skills involved in science and maths reasoning, and in particular, I'm looking at misconceptions. Now, if you have a look at the pictures on the slide, if I were to ask you which of the purple and orange shapes has the larger perimeter, I expect that most of you would say the purple shape on the left. And if I were to ask you which ball will fall to the ground faster, one that's filled with lead or one that's filled with air, I expect many of you would say the one filled with lead. And unfortunately, you would be wrong on both counts. So these are examples of common misconceptions in science and maths, and there are loads of them. Now, my research is with teenagers, but these misconceptions are present in adulthood too. So I spent today in a secondary school asking teenagers questions just like the ones I've asked you. Now, these are intelligent teenagers and they've been taught these concepts at school, but still they're getting lots of them wrong and they hold lots of misconceptions. I've also brought them into the brain scanner here at Birkbeck, and I've asked them the same questions while they're in the scanner. And what you can see on the brain pictures are the regions of the brain that they're using specifically in misconception questions. And these regions of the brain are also involved in a process called inhibitory control. And inhibitory control is the ability to stop yourself from making an automatic response. So it looks like what these teenagers are doing are engaging their inhibitory control and trying to suppress their first answer in order to try and reach the correct answer when they're reasoning about misconceptions. Now, from the research that I've done in schools, I found that teenagers who are better on inhibitory control tasks are also better at answering questions about misconceptions. So all of this research, combined with previous research into adult reasoning, suggests that we never really forget our old knowledge and that we need to use inhibitory control in order to answer questions effectively. So you might grow up thinking that the sun goes around the earth because you see the sun rise and set every day, and then later you're taught that actually the earth goes around the sun. You need to use inhibitory control in order to suppress that and reach the right answer. So maybe if we can teach people to stop and think in science and maths, or inhibit their first answer, then they might do better at answering these misconception questions. So it seems like we can never really get rid of old knowledge, but we can teach people how to inhibit it. And that's why the title of my talk was, You can teach an old dog new tricks, but it will never forget the old ones.